to the Matchday Set tutorial. So in this tutorial, go through everything how to use this set. It is very easy. All you need to do is just follow these basic steps. So we have two sets available for you. One is the Pro set, where you've got the text behind the player, so the player is cut out of the image and the text is added behind it. So you can use that set if you want a pro looking Matchday set. Or we have a photo set where you just add a photo and everything's all done for you, ready to export. So we'll go through both of these sets on how to use them. Everything is controlled by this folder here, edit your info. So it includes home logo, away logo, date, venue, competition, and your logo. If you've read our guides, our PDFs that we've included, you should know that you only have one sponsor logo on each graphic, so this is controlled here as well. We'll go through that. You don't have 5, 6, 7 sponsor logos on graphics anymore. That's 2-3 years out of date, just because if you had 7 sponsor logos on, they'll be really small, and the sponsor gets pretty much no exposure whatsoever. Again, that's all included in the free guides that we've uploaded. So updating these folders here, these files here, it will control all of your graphics here. So if you update the home logo, it will apply to every single graphic, so you only need to do it once, and it controls the whole set. So you can make a full set within a matter of minutes for each game. So speed is a big factor on how we've set up this set. So we'll go into how to change the logos for the fixture. So double click home logo. At the minute we're just using Manu as a demo, so let's bring in your logo. Press enter. Now these icons here shows when the layer is visible. So if you don't want it visible, just uncheck it. Very simple. Now what we want to do is cut out this blue background. We want that gone. There are a few ways, but the easiest and quickest way of doing it will be this way. So what you need to go is go over to here, hold on to the icon, and what we want is magic wand tool. What this does is select an area around the logo, so we don't want this blue area around the outside, so we just tap on it. As you can see, a dotted line around there, and all we do from there is press delete. Now, depending on how you imported your logo, this message might come up. Just click OK, go over to your logo, right click, rasterize layer, and now press delete, and now the background's removed. So we go over to here to the move tool, this one here, select delete. So now we can control this, and we just want to fill the space up like that, and that's how to remove a background. So you do this for all your logos, your logo and your opposition logo. Very simple, very quick. And once you've done it, file, save, and now we've got Chelsea as the home team. So if we go through all the graphics, you can see Chelsea is now the home logo. So that just changing that one file controls the whole set. So do the same with the away, put your away logo in there, whoever you're playing that week. Now we're going to change the date. So just double click on date. Very simple, click the text tool here and just change your fixture info. Now what you might find is, depending on the day and the dates, the text might overlap this area. So you click on your move tool, and all you want to do is click on that there, and move it in. Press enter. What we want is that full area filled with the text. We don't want it like that because it won't look right on the graphic. So just drag it out there just to fill it. Press enter, file, save. As you can see, it's updated the text, the dates on all the graphics now. Very simple. Exactly the same again with your venue. Again, very short. There's two ways. We know venues have sometimes they're very long, very short. If they're short like this, we do suggest double clicking on all the text or dragging all the text and increase the letter space. So 200, and that will just pull it out a little bit more, just to make it a little bit more professional. Again, file, save, and that's updated the venue. And now you've got your fixture graphics, your fixture set for that fixture. Literally takes seconds to do. I'm going to move on to the competition. So if it's a double click on the competition, we've preloaded it with the major competition logos in here. If you've got all the local league logos, you can just drop them here and remove the background, the same as you did with the home logo. If it's just a league game or a friendly, make sure that the eye icon's deselected on all this, and then nothing will show. And then file, save, and then the competition logo is removed. So you got that option to add the competition logo, and it's all already placed for each graphic. So all you need to do is select which competition logo it is. Your logo, same as we did before with your home logo, just drop it in, press enter, right click on the logo, rasterize layer, magic wand tool, select the background, delete, select, delete, deselect, move tool, and scale it to fill the box. Press enter, file, save. That's how simple it is. I'll say every fixture you got to do, you got to remove the background just to make it look professional. It doesn't look good having a black box or coloured box around it. So it may seem long-winded now, but once you've done a few, it'll literally take you a couple of seconds to remove it. It'll be muscle memory, it'll be that easy to do. So we've added your logo, added the competition, set up your fixtures. Now we're going to move into the sponsor logos. So we've named the files here. So there will be the sponsor logo here, or it'll be only on the fixture graphic. So we've made the sponsor logos easy to edit. Again, let's go to the fixture logo. We're going to change this logo here for the sponsor. So just double click fixture. At the minute we've got Bad Boys Kitchen. So what we want to do, drag in your sponsor logo, which will be Will Lock Construction. Press enter. Now with sponsor logos, they are different to club logos because some have backgrounds, some have patterns. So we've created this system just to make it easier for you to add sponsor logos. So as you can see, the background on this sponsor logo is grey. At the minute we've got a black background. So we just double click in this space here and we'll click on the background. We've got this little target icon up here. So we'll just click on this grey background and it will blend in. So it looks like one big logo. Now if we go back onto the sponsor layer here, we want to make sure the sponsor logo is as big as possible and is in the centre of the box. what we want to have is padding around the side, because having it like this, it won't look very good on the graphic. So we just add a little bit of padding either side. So the padding is the space between the edge and things, like blank bit of colour there. Press enter, and that's done. You can change the colour for any of the sponsor logos. As soon as you're done, click File, Save, and now we've got the new fixture one here. So you can go through all of these ones here and just update them with your sponsor logos. Now, if you haven't got a sponsor logo, we'll use Matchday for example again. This has got a white background, and we've created a white background. If you've got no sponsor logos, just click on the eye tools for both of them and it will leave it blank. Click File, Save, and if we go to the Matchday graphic, there's no sponsor logo on it. So you've got full control of what sponsor logos goes on every single graphic. Again, if you read our marketing guides, it'll explain why you only need one graphic on each, one sponsor logo on each graphic. So we've gone through how to set up your fixture info. We've talked about the competition, the sponsor logos. You only need to do this once. Obviously, if you get a new sponsor logo in, you can just swap it out. But 9 times out of 10, once you've added these sponsor logos, that's it for the season. These are the only real main ones that you need to update for every fixture. It takes a couple of seconds to add your fixture info, then you've got a full set ready to go. So we have got 2 sets available for you. The Pro set, where you got the fixture text behind the player, so the player is cut out from the background and the text is added behind the player to make it look a bit more professional. And you've got a fixture set where it's just you add a photo to the background. You don't need to do anything, it's just adding a photo. We'll go through how each set works. They are very easy, you just need to follow these steps. We'll start with the Pro set. So with the Pro set, there's some steps that need to be followed. So if we go to the fixture, we'll open this little arrow here, which opens up the sets, the actual graphic. Don't open this, don't edit it, because it's already set out for everything. The only thing you need to worry about is this one here and this one here. Now, the top one is the player cutout, as you can see there. Now, what you need to do is delete this one. This is just a demo one. We don't need this. So let's delete that there, because we're going to change the photo. Now, this is the main photo. What we will need to do here is double click here, and this is where you can change your photo for the player. So let's drag in one of your player photos, press enter. Now this pink line here, that's where you want the head of the player to be. We don't want it going over because it'll cover too much of the text behind. So we've structured it so just keep the head of the player there and bring it out like so. So we've got the player photo there, let's press enter. Now what we want to do is just drag this down here. Now this is the old one, we don't want that highlighted anymore, so just click the eye icon. Now as you can see, we've got some empty space here. Now what we don't want to do is have this empty space, because it's just going to be empty on your actual graphic and it won't look very good. So we don't need to drag the photo to fit. In Photoshop there's a lot of AI tools that can fill these empty spaces up. So what we want to do is click on the photo, make sure the photo is selected, move over to this icon here, and we want the lasso tool. Now what we want to do is tell Photoshop what we want to fill. So we create a loop. We don't include the player at all. We just want all this empty space behind it, bit of the photo, and we'll go round like so. As you can see, there's a dotted line around now. So what it will do is take this part of the photo here and fill it to this empty space here. So within these dotted lines, just right click, and we're going to go down to generative fill. Click generate. And as you can see, it fills in the rest of the photo for us, so we don't have any empty space. It gives you a couple of examples of how it can be. Let's go for the darker one because we want the fixture text to stand out. So we've done that. So we've got the top bit done now. Now we need the bottom bit done. So we go back to selecting our photo layer. This photo has the photographer's watermark in, so we want to get rid of that. Just go round it like so. Try not to get any of the ball or the player in it because we don't want to include that. So we've selected the watermark. Again, right click in these dotted lines, generative fill, generate. There we go, the watermark's gone. Again, back to selecting the main layer. We're going to do the whole thing now, so we fill the bottom part in. Like so. Right click, generative fill, generate. So now we've filled the whole of the empty space in. We've created it and we've extended the photo now to fit. So just to keep everything tidy, I like to select it, press the shift key to select all the graphics, right click, convert to smart layer, then we just got one layer, and from there it's file, save, and there we go, full photo, fill in all of the graphic up now, which makes it look professional. We want this player here separated from this background photo and placed in front of this fixture. So we select the background photo layer, and we've created an action where all you need to do is click on it and it will automatically cut it out for you and bring it, separate it from the background. So click on graphic setup, click play, and it will automatically do everything for you. Now we've got a new layer here with this black and white one here. That means this is your, so if we just hide that, we can see that the player is now cut out from the photo. Now at the minute it's still behind the fixture text, so we need to select that and just move it above the fixture text, and there we've got a full graphic, pro looking graphic. It does seem quite a lot of steps, but trust me, once you've done 4, 5, 6 of these, it will take you literally a couple of seconds to do. The more you do it, the easier it will be. It will become second nature, and you'll be able to create a full set within 5 minutes. I know it does look like a lot of steps to do and seemed a little bit nerve-wracking, but believe me, once you've done a few of them, a couple of fixtures, everything will be really easy and straightforward to do. But you are left with this professional looking graphic. Now the same applies to all of this set, the Pro set. Same process for everything. Just these two you need to focus on. Always delete the demo ones, and for your following fixture, delete that one again, because if you change this image here to a different photo, let's just put this in, we're not editing this one for this purpose, but I'll just show you why. So we've got the old photo cut out there on top of the original, so make sure that one is always deleted, and then cut out the other one by following this action by just pressing play and then moving it above the actual text. So we go through all of that, same for every single one. We'll go through the scores and everything later. So that's how to create a pro looking graphic. We've set up the fixture for this week. We've added the sponsor logos. They only need to be done once. We've gone through how to change a photo for the graphic and cut out the player and bring it to the front and place the text behind it. We've talked about deleting this top photo here of the cutout every time you change the player. So we do this for the match day. And the lineup, you can do the same again there, or you can just add the photo. I like to have run the action to cut out the photo, because as you can see, it just makes the player pop a little bit more and brings it out from the background as a bit brighter. Now you have two options with your lineup graphic. If you know what the lineup graphic is when you make your sets, you can just click the text tool here and just type in your starting lineup. Now, if you don't know your starting lineup until the day, you can create this graphic, but you can leave the lineup blank by just using the eye icons and removing it. Now, there is another tutorial video in the folders about how to add text and photos to your graphics, so you can see that through the app on that tutorial. So if you want to add your lineup on the day, on the fly, on your phone, because you don't know what the lineup is, just click on the eye icon to remove them so you can add the text. If you know what they are, just add the text in your lineup then now, because you can save it as one. The same applies with the half-time graphic. You've got the score here. If you open up the folder, again, you won't know what the score is, but if you have your computer with you, you can do it a lot easier there. You can create the graphic, add the score in, or just remove the score and add the score through the app. Same with the full-time graphic, scores there. If you haven't got the computer with you, just leave it blank. So that tutorial is also in the folder as well, along with this one. Ticket prices, same again. You can change your prices here to whatever you want. So this will probably stay the same. You only need to edit this once. Just make sure you click the text tool and just change it to whatever price you want. So you can also change so if you want under 16's price there, you can change that as well. Same with the photo again. It just makes, if you run the action, it just makes the player pop a little bit more. So postponed, match sponsor. Again, so this will be in the sponsor logo here, in this folder here, so you can change the match photo, the match sponsor every week if you have a new one, just by clicking match sponsor. And you've got the highlights. So once you've changed all your player photos, you've done your fixtures, all you need to do now is export them. So we need to make sure all these folders here do not have the eye icon. Press the first one, press shift, so they're all highlighted. Then we're going to right click over them, quick export as PNG. Now I'm going to save these to the desktop. Now all these graphics are sized for every single platform: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, /X. So you don't need to bother about resizing them. They don't need to be square. So what we're going to do now, you can see all the photos here. So let me bring them over. So we've got the highlight graphic, match sponsor, postponed, and everything there. All exported as PNGs, all ready to share on your socials. So that's how quick and easy it is to create a full set. And so once you've practiced a few times, done a few fixtures, it will take less than 5 minutes to create a full match day set for your club for every single fixture. So if you've been using Canva or these cheap graphic apps, this will save you a lot of time and deliver you better quality graphics that looks like Man United and other Premier League teams that have this layered background text, background photo, text and a player cutout. So this is the future of social media content for sports clubs. We don't use graphics anymore, they're long gone. Again, if you read our guide, you'll understand why we don't use graphics anymore. It's got to be real photos. It doesn't have to be match photos. It can be player photos you just took off your phone that stood on the pitch. Any real photo is what you need to add. That's how to set up your pro graphics for each fixture. Now we'll go through the photo graphics. Again, all these files here control all the fixture content, and the same with the sponsor logos, so that's already set up for you. The only difference with this set is you don't need to run the actions and you don't need to have the player cut out behind in front of the text. All this is just a photo. So you can drag in any photo that you want, resize it and position it wherever you want. And that's all you need to do with this set. Just drag photos in. Just make sure that the photo that you want is on top and has the eye icon on. So there's a different way to export these sets. So it's File, Export, Save for Web. Make sure it's PNG 24. Don't need to adjust any of this because the graphics are already resized for every social media platform. Rename it Fixture, save it to your desktop, save. And that's it. Graphic ready to share. Same with the match day. Unhide, unshow the fixture one, select the match day. Click on this folder here and add in a new photo. Adjust it. Make sure it's on top. Make sure it's the only one showing. Again, File, Export, Save for Web. Make sure it's PNG 24. Save. Match day. So that's how simple this set is, just using the photos. Again, you've got the same option for a lineup. You can add the lineup info there or hide it and add it on the fly on your phone on the app. Same with the half time, you can have the score. If you need to change the colour, select the text tool, make sure that score file is selected. Come up here, click on the colour and change the colour. Very simple to do. Same with the full time. Change the colour if needed. Text tool, colour, black. But the chances are you'll do this through the app anyway to add the score, because it'll be on your mobile if you haven't got your computer with you. Same as editing the pro set for your ticket prices. Just select it, change your ticket prices to whatever you want. Postpone's already done. Match sponsor, again, it's controlled in this one here, match sponsor, so that can be updated. Highlights. So all you need to do with this set, select the graphic that you want, so the fixture, click on the photo, drag in a photo that you want, make sure it's on top and the only one that's got the eye one, click the move tool, click these boxes and just drag. Enter. File, export, save for web, and then just save it again. So you've got two ways of producing Matchday content. You can mix them up, have a couple of pro graphics mixed in with some photo graphics. Now if you have photos that you want to use, real live photos from the game itself for like your full-time ones, all you need to do is make sure no photos are selected. So when you click File, Export, Save for Web, you'll have, as long as it's saved as PNG24, you'll have a transparent background, and you can add a real live photo from the game through the app. If you watch that tutorial, it'll show you how to add photos in through the app of live gameplay from that fixture. So all you need to do for that is make sure no photos are selected and it's just a transparent background. So I'm just going to save this an example so you can see. So this is now a transparent background ready for you to add a live photo in through the app. Again, watch that tutorial that's in this folder to add your own photos in for when you're at the actual game.